So, hello, welcome back. So, these are the new moon in Aries self-made themed secret code name readings. This is secret code name Arwen, all right, like from Lord of the Rings. This is someone's personal reading, okay? This is their reading. They know what their secret code name is. This is their message. However, if you have been drawn to it in divine time, if it's resonated to you, chances are there is a message in here for you as well, okay? If you would ever like your own secret code name, your own personal reading, the link to my Etsy shop is in the description. You can get it there, along with other cool merch like this that I designed myself. This is my Goddess Kali t-shirt, and we are calling in her energy today because she is the destroyer of demons, the destroyer of the destroyers, all right? And that is exactly what we are doing today so that you can remake yourself in your best, highest good light. All right, I'm using my Icarus Tarot today to pull a theme on the energetic healing, right, that we're moving out of. And I'm using my Hermetic Tarot to get some insights on what the current pattern of self is and what the highest good pattern of self looks like. And then I'm using my Universe Has Your Back deck for extra guidance. All right, so secret code name Arwen. Here we go. Spirit, please. What is the overall theme in the healing that we are moving out of, right? What is the theme that is healing in order to remake the self for secret code name Arwen? And those who would resonate to this message in divine time. The Empress. That seems fitting for Arwen. We've got the Empress now as a theme for healing. Okay. This is about being super grateful for everything that you have received and experienced and what it's taught you about life and about yourself, right? Being truly grateful for the beauty that you have become with the experience of everything prior, and that you are capable of the ultimate receiving, that you are deserving of the highest good outcome in alignment with your heart's true desire. Like if you think about Arwen and Lord of the Rings, like the love interest that she has, right? He's mortal, he's human. He's a man and she's an elf, you know, and she wants to be in love with this person and be with this person. And no matter, you know, how strongly she feels, like her father is constantly telling her, you know, it's foolish. It's foolish to want this. But for all that she's experienced and as grateful as she is for everything, it doesn't change the fact that she still deserves the greatest love of all, even if it's just for the short span of a human life cycle. You know what I mean? It's knowing what you deserve to receive in the highest good, no matter what. You know, it's not like she's ungrateful to her father or all the life that he was offering her. It's a matter of knowing what she truly wants and yearns for in her soul. And so you might find yourself in a similar position where it's not like you're ungrateful for what you have or who is in your life or what they're offering you. It's just that you might feel deserving of so much more because there's a longing or a pull for so much more because part of you knows it's out there, right? It's not that you're ungrateful, it's being very grateful, but also knowing that you're the ultimate receiver. Right? You're the ultimate receiver, and it's about being really strong in your own energy to say thank you and I appreciate everything, but I can receive the best from here. I can't settle for something that my soul knows could be better. It's not like it's not great. It might be awesome, but I know there's more. I know there's more that I'm meant for, and it's worth it, right? It's worth it to me. But if I lived another 1,000 years or another 1,000 lifetimes, like I would regret not experiencing what my soul knows is meant for me, right? With the Empress. So give us some insight, please, Spirit. What is the current pattern of self for secret code name Arwen, what is the current pattern of self that needs to shift? Let me see if I can get all these cards in here for you. And what is the highest good version of self, right? What is the highest good version of self that needs to be shifted into, right? That we could remake the self in the highest good. What does that look like? What does that self look like? Queen of Cups on the bottom. Princess of Wands on top. This is about reinvention. Reinvention, because ultimately you have a whole lot more love and emotion to give. And you might feel, even if you're with people, you might feel as if you're very much energetically on your own a lot, or emotionally on your own a lot. You might be very considerate of other people, and maybe they're considerate of you in certain ways as well, but it's not the highest alignment that it could be. I don't feel like there's anything actually wrong outside of it's just not the best alignment. Because if we look at the self that needs to shift, we have the King of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, the High Priestess, and the Five of Wands. I think you're internally conflicted because maybe other people would envy your reality. Okay, maybe other people would envy your reality, and you know it. Like maybe you have it really good compared to other people. Maybe you've manifested a lot. And maybe, to be fair, it's plateaued. It's really good, but it plateaued. And you have that desire for more, or that knowing, right? That inner sensing, that High Priestess of more. And you feel as if wanting more than what you have would be ungrateful because other people would love to trade shoes with you compared to where they are. And that causes an inner conflict with the Five of Wands. I think you've created a lot of good with the Wheel of Fortune and the reality that you're in. And I think you do intuitively know that there's more aligned for you, which it does. It puts you at conflict with yourself because you've manifested so much. And you're not necessarily in a terrible experience. And you're just dealing with the inner conflict, right? Of feeling like if you want more and quote unquote throw it all away, that you would be perceived as ungrateful or feel stupid because other people would wish they had what you had or have. The highest good part of the self that you can embody in order to shift. We've got the Hierophant, Taurian energy, which is interesting because there's a bull on the King of Pentacles too. But it's marrying, it's an evolve, right, from the King of Pentacles to the Hierophant. The Hierophant's higher. Okay, it's a higher form of that energy. It is a marriage or commitment to the best or highest good reality, the student and the teacher. mission, which is essentially what the Hierophant embodies, that you are both the teacher and the student. You're not just the student and you're not just the teacher, but you're both simultaneously, and nobody in this life is just the teacher or just the student, right? Age is just essentially a number when we talk about the physical realm of things. The soul is much older. So I mean, you know, for example, your father might have taught you a lot of things to their maximum understanding of the lessons that they've learned, but it doesn't mean, just because they've been teaching you for a lot of years, doesn't mean you can't teach them something. Like that it's okay to be, you know, grateful for all that you've accomplished, but that if your soul is desiring more, to not negate the fact that your soul feels that pull to create something else that might be more. Embracing that you are both the student and the teacher in the highest good. Knowing that something is not closed in the soul and putting a fork in it is what I saw or heard when I looked at the Ace of Swords in the reverse, because it's like putting a fork in it. Like the truth is the truth, which is essentially what the Ace of Swords is. The truth is the truth, and maybe the truth is, because it's, you know, slip of the tongue, the Eight of Swords, is you feel like you're mentally trapped in this inner conflict. The Sun in reverse. It's hard to have the Sun be anything but positive. But the Sun in the reverse is an acknowledgement that sometimes we see ourselves in a certain way or a certain light, or others perceive us in a certain way or a certain light, and to act outside of that in interest of the self and in the highest light of the self. Sometimes we have to put others' expectations of us or labels of us or consistencies of character aside, because it's just how we're being called to shift and change and glow. You know what I mean? Like everybody might have a very specific idea of who you are and what's expected of you, and maybe you need to let go of that expectation. Like, well, they're never confrontational, or they're never ungrateful, or they're always hardworking, or they're always consistent, or they're always this or that, or they're always dependable, and they're always, you know, thinking about the good in everything. Like they're always, you know, content and never upset and all of this stuff. And so it's like being honest with yourself, letting the truth speak for itself. To acknowledge the deep sensing that there's more. And that you haven't, you know, the universe or the world card in the reverse, that you're not fixed, right? Because the world card deals with fixed astrological energies. Your path is not fixed. It's meant to shift, right? It's meant to shift. Like the Princess of Wands, you're meant to reinvent yourself. Come back stronger than you ever have before. Queen of Cups, you have so much more to both give and receive in the realm of emotional fulfillment. You might be more capable than you think of creating better. Not that you're not grateful for everything, but it's like, if your soul is not excited, if your soul is not in a state of actually feeling the beauty of the blessings or the passionate inspiration that those blessings bring, and it's just like you're having to remind yourself that you should be grateful, you should be grateful, you should be grateful. If you gotta constantly remind yourself of that, please understand, it's not that you're not grateful. It's just you have an authentic path too, and it doesn't stop where you're at. All right? So what's the guidance, please, for secret code name Arwen? Yeah, happiness is your birthright. Being unapologetic about what you desire and trust that what you focus on will grow. I think that says everything. The universe is letting you know happiness, because you can have the best, most stable reality and be like, I have every reason to be happy, and I don't know why I'm not happy sometimes. I don't know why I'm sad sometimes. I don't know why I'm down or melancholic, you know, sometimes. And it's because you're not actually happy. So be unapologetic about what you desire and trust that what you focus on, if you truly are striving for happiness, to actually feel the bliss and passion and joy and that kind of gratitude in life, that it's your birthright to have it. Your story doesn't stop here, and you know it. You know it. It's okay. It's okay to let the truth out. At the very least, between you, and accept that things need to start shifting. Right? You're not an ungrateful person. You just have an authentic path. You're not an ungrateful person. You just have an authentic path, and it's okay to follow it. It's okay to figure out and find out where it goes, what it creates. Because why regret never finding out? Right? Why regret never experiencing, like Arwen, the best love your soul has ever known? Why? Whatever that is for you, right? Whatever that greatest love is for you. In life in general. You know it exists. So don't regret it later that you missed it. Okay? So I hope this reading serves you well in divine time. I have faith that it will. My love and support is with you always. Always. I'm like an energy cheerleader for everybody. Always root for people in their eyes. Good, like, go get it. Right? You got something great. You sense it, go get it. Till next time. Love each other, but most importantly, love yourself. Take care.